Another day in this holiday season. I hope you're doing well. Get ready to catch some vibes. Vibes? Maybe it's pronounced vibes. I don't know. Christmas time, it's Christmas time. It's Christmas time, it's Christmas time, it's Christmas time. Alright, look. Spoilers! Spoilers, I'm already in the tower. And look, you know, some of you guys have asked about the Nerdmobile. You know, the car that I was taking to the tower. It's been in the shop for like ever. Gonna go over there and try to figure it out this weekend because it's crazy. You know, you can't take that Iron Man suit all the time. The electricity cost on that thing is crazy. You know, we haven't quite figured out. Yeah, I wrecked it. Yeah, we went out one night. We were wilding. It was pretty fun. Wrecked it into banana stand. It was pretty rough. But regardless, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the show. Welcome to the Friday stream. Another week. We made it through the week. Tomorrow's the 10th. Tomorrow's the 10th of December. We're like 21 days after tomorrow away from the end of this year. Absolute insanity. What happened this year? It all feels like kind of a bad dream. And just this swirling blur of craziness and absurd news stories and, you know, Kenobi and Andor. But before everybody leaves and before Star Wars Santa gets super triggered, I think I saw you in chat. What's up? We're going to focus today on some things about Star Wars that actually have me quite excited. And as we get out of this year and into next year, is it possible that next year will be the year of Star Wars? Could Star Wars win 2023 and stack some dubs, some much needed dubs, in my opinion? I think it's possible. And there were a variety of things that came out over the past couple of days with regards to some future Star Wars projects that have me quite excited. I dropped a video about this yesterday talking about it, but I want to talk about it here with you guys as well. And then, of course, last night was the Video Game Awards, and you had the first trailer for Jedi Survivor, and I just gotta say, and you guys let me know in chat if you agree, I thought the trailer for Jedi Survivor was incredible. Like, far exceeded my expectations. We'll go in there, we'll watch it together, we'll break down some of the stuff. The mechanics look awesome, the graphics look, like, way better, which is kind of weird, because they were already good, I think, for the last game. And, you know, that really has the chance to be a monumental success for Star Wars. Back in the day, not so much under the Disney era, but back in the day, Star Wars video games, and really good ones, were a huge part of what kept the community going, of what people were excited about in the community. You know, games like KOTOR, Shadows of the Empire, Rogue One, like, these games were huge. They were very big for Star Wars overall. And it would be nice to sort of get back to that. And I think that Survivor, the first game, was a big step forward and one of the best Star Wars games we've had in a long, long time. I actually wasn't as keen on it as I think many other people were. I thought the game still had a lot of problems, but it was way better than a lot of stuff we had gotten before. The second game looks to be like absolutely incredible, and it looks like they've fixed a lot of the problems from the first game. As long as the platforming is super tight and not as whimsical as it was in the first game, I'm going to be on board, and I think that's going to be a massive dub for Star Wars. A couple of things, though, before we get into all of this Star Wars news. I guess the first thing I'd like to ask you is, did you guys see the Bill Clinton kid last night? Do you know about this? Do you guys know about this? It was all over the social meds. I don't know if you've seen this. a really weird thing happened last night after Elden Ring won the award for Game of the Year. Well deserved, by the way. Elden Ring's phenomenal. God, cast your mind back to Elden Ring, man. How many of you guys played Elden Ring? Throw a 1 in the chat if you played Elden Ring. I have hundreds of hours into that game. Loved that game. Unfortunately, like when I was moving, I kind of lost like my routine on like playing it all the time. Really, really fun game. It was a game that I would rage out about. Like I would literally like sit there and just scream expletives and just rage out. And Elisa would often be like, "So wait, you like this? You're having fun? Like, are you sure you're having fun right now?" That's what Elden Ring was. But yeah, absolutely incredible game. So I'll TLDR you guys with what happened with this with this Bill Clinton kid, because it's kind of amazing. It's one of the most random, ridiculous things that's happened recently. So essentially, like everybody that, and I think the guy's name is Miyazaki, but regardless, everybody that was involved in Elden Ring gets up after they're announced to be the winner of Game of the Year, and they start to make their way towards the front stage, and there's translators, there's, you know, this whole, like, crew, right? Well, this random kid stands up as well and just infiltrates the group that goes up to the stage, to the point where he's, like, patting people on the back, like, acting like he's a part of it, and then he's on stage, and he's watching the monitors to try to like continuously get into the shots and all of these different things, okay? And then right as they're ending it and the game designers are like kind of saying their final piece, this kid comes up and with like this really weird accent says, I guess I shouldn't say weird accent, but he had an accent, right? And he says, "I'd like to dedicate this award to my Reformed rabbi or Jewish rabbi, Bill Clinton." And like it was so weird, right? And all of these people were like obviously confused and shocked about it. And I shit you not, the social media, like Twitter, after this happened, like people weren't talking about Elden Ring or Jedi Survivor, like Bill Clinton was trending, dude. You know what I mean? And like, it was pretty wild. It was pretty wild. No idea what it means. I don't even know that it implies anything. Like this wasn't like I don't know. You know, like maybe there's some conspiratorial thing or whatever. I think it's more like just a shitposty weird thing to say. And so, yeah, it was quite strange. So I don't know. I just wanted to bring that to your attention. Ludwig, if you guys know who Ludwig is, he made a really good video about it that sort of breaks down the weirdness of it. And there's even like cameras that catch this kid like getting into the group and then like trying to continuously get into the shots on the main stage and stuff like that. So like, it was just funny. I wanted to bring that up to you guys because it's definitely something that people are talking about it. Why can't I gamble? I don't know, bro. Do you have any nerd coin? Maybe you're broke. Like the video. Yeah, like the video. Freaking chat. How old was the kid? He was pretty young. He's pretty young. You want to watch him? You want to watch him say it? Should I just pull it up? Should we pull up the tape? Should we pull up the tape? Oh, it cracks me up just thinking about it, dude. Like what is life, you know? What is life? Okay, here we go. See if I can get this pulled up for you guys. Pretty incredible stuff. Al Pacino, what the fuck was he doing there? You know what I mean? Okay, here we go. Okay. So this is all of them. Hang on, let me pause that. Okay, let's dissect this together.
They came from the left row, but in the right row, you see this kid clapping and walking down at the same time.
Yeah, you see this kid? Yo! Hang on, we gotta watch that again.
And they came from the left row.
Look at here he is.
But in the right row, you see
you guys can't even see him on the screen.
clapping
Hang on.
and walking down at the same time.
Okay, hang on. We're screwing this up. Because this is like really funny. You gotta check this out. Did you see the kid? This is him. This is the kid in question, okay? God, I love my job. Okay, so they're coming out. And here he is, okay? That's the guy. And what a strange looking cat. You know what I mean? Like, honestly, just from the outset, kind of a strange looking cat, okay?
Bro, you see this kid clapping and walking down at the same time. Yeah, people high-fiving, woo! And then he kind of blends in. I mean, he even starts like patting people on the back like he knows them. He's saying,
I think
job.
he was trying to act like an usher of sorts. That's what I think was going on. Because, like, if you think about it, like, you're just going up there to, like, you're thinking about a million different things, and somebody, like, puts their hand on their back and sort of, like, guides you or whatever. It just probably seemed to them like somebody helping with the production, you know?
Good job. So nobody really bats an eye. Then proceeds the speech where Miyazaki talks about how, hey, even though this is the game of the year, I am going to make way better shit than this. So if you haven't made something better than Elden Ring, catch up. He didn't actually say that, but somewhat close to it. And you can see
look at this kid,
time
dude.
In the background is this kid.
Who is this fucking kid?
There's even times where he's out of the camera and then kind of walks into frame, like right here. And that is the exact moment he checks on one of the public monitors to see if he's in the frame, sees he is, and he plants his position.
Amazing.
And then towards the end of the speech, he starts to notice it's wrapping up.
Express our
and he works his way towards the middle. We'll look at that one more time.
This is unbelievable.
And finally,
look at him. Look at him.
He's ready.
We'd like to, express our utmost gratitude to all the fans who played, who enjoyed, and who supported these titles.
You're welcome. That was me.
And we create the games we want to create and do our best.
Look at him looking at the monitor.
Of you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Who
and
is this
that's
kid?
meant to be the final word
Who is
from the
this kid?
creator of Elden Ring, the greatest game of the year. Thank you.
By the way, they still don't know who he is yet. Nobody has, like, figured that out so far.
And let's move on with the day. Except that's not how it went.
Here it comes.
Hey, Matan. Real quick, I want to thank everybody and say that I think I want to nominate this award to my Reformed Orthodox Rabbi, Bill Clinton. Thank you, everybody.
What? What the fuck?
Hey, Matan. Real quick, I want to thank everybody and say that I think I want to nominate this award to my Reformed Orthodox Rabbi, Bill Clinton. Thank
My Reformed Orthodox Rabbi, Bill Clinton. Bro, are we in a fucking simulation? Like, what is going on? Every day, more lives. As Saw Gerrera would say, holy shit. Yeah, unbelievable stuff. So I just wanted to bring that to your attention and just waste way too much time talking about that. So funny. I knew this stream was going to go long. We got some stuff to talk about. Look, here's another thing that we got to talk about. Yesterday, we were breaking down the DC news. Where's the DC fans at? DC fans, where are you? Trev, where are you at? So we're breaking down the DC news. Okay. And James Gunn has come forward to sort of make a statement about it. And his statement is interesting. It's kind of like, it's honestly the most ambiguous, you could take it a million different ways kind of statement I've ever seen. Very weird. But also other reports and things are coming to light. Like, so for instance, there seems to be some question as to whether or not Gal will remain as Wonder Woman. It seems like Patty Jenkins will not, for sure. But Gal could still be Wonder Woman. There's like a lot of debate now that maybe it's not a total reboot. Maybe it's a soft reboot. Maybe it's not a reboot at all. And so, again, Warner Brothers, the studio that I think at this point only exists to make us feel better about Star Wars. Another confusing twist and turn in the story. And I'm going to do a big video on this. I have like a script written I'm going to record later. Probably video will be out tomorrow. Different people are chiming in. And at the end of the day, we're still on the roller coaster. We're not off the ride yet. Yes, that's part of it, Finto, of course. Yeah, there was supposed to be a Keaton movie that is a Keaton Batman Beyond movie that was canceled as well. So things are happening. Not sure what those things are, but I do want to issue, I guess, a correction to the story yesterday, even though a lot of it's just me speculating anyway. But the article in question seems to be at least not the whole story, according to James Gunn. And again, it is possible Gal Gadot, it's even possible Henry Cavill could still be in this new DCU. More on that later in a big old video, because it is a lot. It is a lot. So, yeah, look out for that. We'll update it. We'll probably talk about it more next week. I assume more stuff will leak out and come out about it, because that's the way of things. Regardless, should we start? So where do you guys want to start with? We've got Ahsoka leaks that involve some really crazy stuff. We've got Acolyte set photos that I want to look at. They're actually really cool. And then there's the Jedi Survivor sort of screenshots and also that trailer, which we could break down. Which one do you guys want to do first? What are you feeling? What are you feeling? The Wookiee Acolyte leak out? Wait, what? Fallen Order? Ahsoka? Aw, shit. We got to go to the polls. Who's in the back to tank? I'm not sure. Let's go to the polls, though. Ahsoka? See, this is just for okay. All right. Cool. Relax. Hang on now. What should we talk about first? Yes or no? Ahsoka? Acolyte? Wait, what? Jedi Survivor. Boom. I'll give you guys a couple of minutes here to think about this. Now, here's the deal. Like Rebel Moon, I would love to, Fernie. We need more info, though. They need to drop some more stuff. Okay, so here's kind of the deal, man. Like, obviously, I've had a rocky relationship with Star Wars as of late, and I would argue that Star Wars in a pretty precarious position as a brand, and I'm interested to see if 2023, if they can really pull it together and get a lot of people like kind of back on board with Star Wars, right? Their hit shows coming back, Ahsoka with like literally the next incarnation of George Lucas, somebody that I think most Star Wars fans really galvanate around. Dave Filoni, he's got his big project, and wow, there's some wild stuff that he's attempting to do there. And then you've got like Jedi Survivor, you've got Visions 2, the Acolyte stuff looks really dope. So it's like, man, like as much as I'm super not happy as a Star Wars fan overall, I can't deny that there's like a lot of fun stuff happening. And if they can lean into some of their W's and put out consistently good content and sort of, I would say over time, reform how they approach discussing and having discussions with the fans, we might be okay. I also have this fear, and I know like some of you guys will get super triggered by this, but I also legitimately have a fear that next year will be the year that we finally see how bad the damage is, right? And I know some of you guys are like, "Wah!" You know, you want to whatever, but like the reality of the situation is, if Mando 3 viewership is way lower than expected, that will indicate that there's a massive problem with the Star Wars content and the fandom. Something's not working there, right? Now, I don't necessarily expect that. I think Mando will probably crush, but Andor's numbers surprise even me. I think at some point people were like, oh, well, Josh, you're just rooting for Andor to lose at this point. Which, I mean, I guess maybe at some level just because there were people that were such buttholes about what I was trying to say. But at the end of the day, even me, a person that really didn't like Andor, was pretty shocked at the views. I was like, wow, I would not have expected that. I actually would have expected, by the way, I don't think anybody at Lucasfilm or Tony Gilroy expected that either. If it's not a sign of the quality of the show, which I think most of us agree that's not what it is, then it's something else. And whatever that something else is, it has the potential to be very, very bad, right? And so I'm in a really weird spot where it's like I'm optimistic, but I'm also like, holy shit, I've been literally saying, like, I feel like a little bit like Paul Revere, you know? Like, I feel like, and if you track back sort of everything I've been saying over the last year about Star Wars, mostly on Nerd Theory, I've been kind of saying, like, apathy is coming, kind of like Paul Revere. And I'm truly worried that is where we're headed. You know what I mean? But alas, with all of that stuff, with all that feeling, I'm actually quite excited about all of these different things that could be coming. And I see within them, and then I'm going to get myself into trouble here for sure, right? But I see within what is rumored an actual possible plan or a scenario that I think would like inject new lifeblood into Star Wars and into the Star Wars fandom. And so if we look at this Poe, looks like Ahsoka is where we want to start with. I'm totally cool with that because the Ahsoka shit is like really what's popping, okay? So let's check this out. I actually have an article pulled up from the Direct. This was originally scooped out by MakingStarWars.net. So let's take a peek. Let's peek it up. Let's peek all over this. What the fuck, dude? Oh, by the way, guys, we will be doing a Prime stream today at 1 p.m. A lot of stuff I want to get into on that. I feel so bad about missing a couple of those Friday streams, so we'll really try to make it up to you guys today, and I'll like go into all these different thoughts and things that I have going on about business and the business side of everything. Okay, your reality of Star Wars situation, Josh. Agree to disagree. Stay awesome, but yeah, I get it, man. And Alfonso, I know you're like a really positive person, and that's fine. But again, like I get where you're saying, but it's like really hard for me to come to terms with people that absolutely don't think there's a problem, or even to the opposite degree, think that Star Wars is like in this really great spot. Like that really just, that feels ignorant to me, like willfully ignorant. But regardless, let's talk about this. So, new scoop. Here we go. During the Ahsoka series, in the events following the Battle of Lothal, Ezra Bridger and Grand Admiral Thrawn will reportedly wind up in an area called the New Beyond or New Space. Though these names may not be official, the rumor, as shared by Making Star Wars, describes this setting as a completely new and unexplored area of the Star Wars universe, never before referenced in even the novels and comics. Additionally, the territory is inhabited by beings who perceive the Force differently than traditional Star Wars characters. Making Star Wars suggests that magic users outcast by these societies have appeared in other stories, from some indicators pointing to Ivana Shakno playing a Night Sister or Light Sister in Ahsoka. Diana Lee and Morgan Elsbeth also hails from this realm and is said to be appearing in the series. Unequivocally state Lars Mikkelsen will be portraying live-action Thrawn. Yeah, that a couple of months ago we were like, wow, actually it is going to be Lars. That's pretty cool. And I think what's really important here is that Ezra and Thrawn were sent here. Okay? Now, that's honestly all I need this article for, to explain. Now let me get into why I think this could be exactly what the Doctor ordered for Star Wars, okay? To me, there are a number of different issues that face Star Wars from a creative perspective. And I think one of the big problems is, how do you do something that's new and fresh? How do you push Star Wars forward while also staying true to what Star Wars is, while also still being able to lean into the nostalgia? I mean, being real, you bought this thing for $4 billion. X-Wings, TIE Fighters, and lightsabers. That's what you bought. You know what I mean? Like, that's what you bought. That's at least a big part of what you bought. And so, of course, you need to be able to, scratch the itch of nostalgic fans that want to see more of that stuff while also pushing it forward. I mean, at this point, like, one of the things that a lot of people that like Andor say is like, well, this isn't them being like, hey, popular character, boom, 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 show. And then they make the show with the popular character, like, Kenobi and Book of Boba Fett. It feels like they're just going to the shelf of member-berry nostalgia stuff and then just making shows with it. And I agree with that. Like, it doesn't feel good, especially Kenobi, because wow, did that deserve more love and care, in my opinion. So that's one of the big problems. Is like, how do you even do something like that? Like, looking back at it, you look at the prequels, and the prequels, as much as a lot of people didn't like this complete new jolted look at what the galaxy was like before the OT, it still feels Star Wars, but it's totally different. It's like this really weird new fresh thing. And I would argue that even though there were people that had issue with this, especially early on, what the prequels did for the overall brand of Star Wars is incredible. It opened us up to all of these different possibilities. I mean, like, the Clone Wars as a show, yes, but the Clone Wars as a concept, being able to, like, have all of these, like, it's so big for the brand, it's, like, hard to even put into words how significant and big this was. Because, like, before that, if you would have had people, like, thinking of Star Wars or looking at it, it would have just looked like and felt like the original trilogy. And the prequels was able to show you that Star Wars has actually looked and felt differently throughout time within this very galaxy, even within the life of Anakin Skywalker. And that's really cool, really interesting. Till now, Disney Star Wars has not really done anything like that. You could argue the High Republic, but the High Republic feels like a sort of hybrid of the Old Republic, which has already been established, and the prequels. It's like a hybrid of those two things. So it really doesn't feel that new, at least to me, right? Now, you could argue Andor from the sense of like themes and the way it's shot and all of these different things. It is fresh. It's different. I don't think it's new. I mean, essentially, Andor is like Empire real bad. Death Star on the way. Like, that really ain't new. That's not the freshness. That's not the fucking jolt of adrenaline into the heart that I think this brand needs. This idea of what they're calling the new beyond, this is incredibly exciting. I think just from a visual perspective, going to a place that doesn't look anything like where we've been before is a really intriguing idea. It sort of reminds me of like the quantum realm from like the Marvel universe, right? Because, you have like the base level there and then you go to the quantum realm and it's like, if you're looking at the Quantumania trailers, it looks crazy. It looks completely different. It looks insane, right? So I think from a visual perspective, you could do some really interesting things there. On top of that, this idea of Force users that are people that view the Force differently than the Jedi and Sith did in the galaxy, the place that like we are familiar with. That's cool, man. That is, by the way, it's very similar to that prequel thing where it's like, oh shit, the Jedi back in the day, they were different. They weren't all like old Ben Kenobi. They were different. There was different stuff going on there, you know? And that idea is explored throughout all kinds of ancillary material as well. Like, Rael Averross is an interesting character in Master and the Apprentice, and Rael is basically sort of a new twist on this idea of the way prequel Jedi view the Force in the galaxy, right? Well, that doesn't even exist without the prequels, without recontextualizing the whole thing, right? And so, like, I think this idea is so intriguing to go into a new place where people view the Force completely differently. Like, what if they view the Jedi kind of the way the Bendu did? The way that we saw in the old Jedi books where they were called the Jedi on Tython, that kind of an idea where you were meant to be in balance, and if you were out of balance, you would either go to Ashla or you would go to the Bogan, and you would meditate until you were back in balance, right? I don't know. It's a really intriguing, like, the newness of it is what excites me, man. I'm gonna get a little ADD here. It's like, stream of consciousness, as a lot of our streams and videos are, but like, something that's really exciting me about Avatar, and I don't know if you guys have been following Avatar, but again, I think this shit's gonna make $2 billion for sure. A lot of the people that have seen Avatar Way of Water so far are like basically saying, I was wrong. This is an unbelievable experience. And he reinvents 3D again. Right? And so, like, you think about it, man, like, you're going into Avatar, and yeah, it's like Pandora, but there's this whole new thing going on. It's an experience. You're going there, and it's just so different than anything Marvel or Star Wars is doing right now. Like, the real feeling of exploring a new world, of like viscerally going to a new place. Like, Marvel and Star Wars have not done that for a long time, right? Infinity War and Endgame, ambitious movies, right? And those movies had that kind of a draw, but you really don't get that much anymore. It just had me thinking about, like, if this place, this new frontier, this new space, the great beyond, what are they calling it? The new beyond. Like, it represents this newness that I think is really, really needed. Now, the other thing that I think is really cool about this is this idea that magic users come from this place, right? Because, again, Star Wars is, at its core, fantasy. It's not science fiction. And I know, like, we'll fight about that, and, like, there's some Andor fanboys that'll take objection to that or whatever, but it's true. It's fantasy. It's soap opera fantasy. Okay? And the idea of going to a place where there are potentially actual wizards, sorcerers, sorceresses, similar to what you've seen with Mother Talzin, with the Night Sisters, and even Palpatine to some degree. Again, that just, like, my mind is exploding with all the possibilities. I'm like, damn, dude, that's so cool. And seeing stuff like, because the sequels sort of tried to do this, but they just made the Jedi have new powers. Like, Rey just got new powers, and Kylo got new powers. The Dyad got new powers, right? Because I think that's an important element of it, is like that mystery, like what is possible. And a lot of fantasy, like magic, is essentially this catalyst to what is really possible, like that question being explored. And I love the idea of going to a place where there could be like actual magic users. Like, that's crazy, dude. Like, to me, that's really, really exciting. And I saw some people say, like, that's not what we need. That's not, like, that's like a whole different discussion, because I think at some point, like, Star Wars has to give people something they didn't know they needed. And so, like, I think there's some people that are, like, resistant to this idea. But if it played out in a certain way, they would just have to admit that it's so fucking cool. It's so fresh. It's interesting. It's different than a lot of what we have in Star Wars currently. And it brings that mysticism back to it, man. Now, on top of that, and I went over this in Like Andor. Exactly. And I went over this in the video that I did yesterday. The other side of this that's so freaking cool has to do with Thrawn and Ezra. Because, guys, this isn't just like they were like, yo, let's go to a new place with fucking magic. You know what I mean? Like, this wasn't like, hey, man, what if we went to a new galaxy and there was fucking magic, bro? What if they were in Hogwarts, bro? That's not what it is. You know what it is? It is the answer to the question, where's Thrawn and Ezra? In season 2 of The Mandalorian, when Ahsoka tracks down the biddy with the spear, she's trying to find where Thrawn is. This isn't just some new cool thing where we can get fucking magic. It is the answer to a question that has burned in the minds of Star Wars fans since the end of Rebels. Potentially, this question is in huge import to what Star Wars wants to do with the future. I heard a long time ago, and again, you hear a lot of rumors, and I think there's a lot of ideas that get thrown around, right? But I heard a long time ago, they wanted to make Grand Admiral Thrawn like the Thanos of whatever they're doing next with Star Wars. And they wanted that to be like a super big deal, right? We've also heard that John and Dave looking to do something on the movie side. Recently, we've heard that they have several movies lined up. They're pulling together plans to have releases probably in 2025, 27, maybe 29. And that all of those movies will take place post-sequel era. And like, to me, something that I think would be really freaking cool is if all of these movies involve this new Beyond, and you might even see someone like a Grand Admiral Thrawn emerge from this place and pose a threat to the galaxy proper. Now, that's like fanboy speculation, right? Like, I'm kind of like pulling those stars together, but I gotta tell you, like, it would be really impressive because Skeleton Crew is apparently also supposed to involve the new Beyond. They're trapped there trying to get back or something, right? And so it's possible that Ahsoka pops up in Skeleton Crew and that whole thing is like connected there, right? I just think it would be super dope if something that begins to be explored in this time in the Mandalorian timeline via Ahsoka, via Skeleton Crew, etc., was then brought into the post-sequel timeline, and you do maybe a version of Heir to the Empire with Thrawn, but obviously way different because now they're like actual wizards and shit. So that's the news about Ahsoka. I don't know if you guys agree. I don't know if you feel like, you know, we can get into it. We can kind of explore it. But to me, like, to be completely honest, man, ton of Star Wars stuff all the time. And all of it just doesn't really, like, none of it really tickles my ball sack. You know what I mean? This news, this rumor, this one was the one. This felt like, oh, man, that's actually a pretty novel idea. Oh, man. If I think more about that concept and apply it to the rest of Star Wars, holy crap, we could be cooking here. You know what I mean? Like, that's my belief. That's my idea about that. Okay, so let's talk about some other really dope things going on in Star Wars. Let's talk about the Acolyte. Yo, real quick, how about this? Before we move on, just because I'm curious as to what you guys think. What do you guys think about that idea? Like, are you on board or no? Like, do you think it's a good idea, the new Beyond? Or are you like, nah, fam, miss me with that? Like, where are you guys at? In fact, let's do a Q&A about this. Hang on. How do you feel about the new Beyond? You can answer in this little Q&A thing here, and it'll like pop up specifically for me, and then like we won't have to sift through all like the gambling and stuff like that. So let's linger on this for a second, because like I can't decide if this is one of those things that like I'm just overly hyped about and like I'm way off base, or is this really sort of the first breadcrumbs of like a plan, a really cool idea, because like Dave's in the writer's room, you know what I mean, and all these different things. Spatial Wiz, L Beyond, meh as fuck, to be honest. To infinity and beyond, this will be amazing. If done well, perhaps. Survivor, hey, you don't say that. Magic users in Star Wars sounds dumb as fuck. They would have to be Force users utilizing it in a different way in the Jedi Sith. Common people in Star Wars universe saw Jedi as sorcerers already. That's true, but what about the Night Sisters? Like, RF Gaming, like, what about the Night Sisters? What about some of the magic that Palpatine uses? Because I've always thought maybe that does have something to do with the Force. And actually, on Nerd Theory a couple of weeks back, we even went into this. And all of the evidence that's out there is that that's just actual magic. They don't use the Force with that. It's just magic. You know what I mean? Very hyped. Something new. It seems good, finally. Sounds cool. Super down. Star Wars needs something new. Amen. I'm super hyped. Let's go. Could be dope, but I need more info, to be honest. A brand new conflict is definitely what we need, though. Fair. I love the idea. Please give Dave stars. Agreed. It sounds like some of the best Star Wars ideas ever. I think Ahsoka and Skeleton Crew may be massive for the future of Star Wars, says Frex. See, like, that's where I'm at, dude. That's where I'm at. It is not the unknown regions, Trev. That's something that they specifically talked about. It is not the unknown regions. However, I think it's possible this was an idea they were always sort of playing around with, and maybe they were going to do it in the unknown regions, but now, there's been a change or whatever. Can't be worse than what we have been getting right now. Can't be worse, right? I mean, we'll see, right? We'll see. I like the idea. Still going to be cautious with my optimism. Fair. The thing with it is it's all new with no previous knowledge on this location and people. So with no one knowing anything, either people will love it or hate it. Fair. Characters like Mother Talzin using more spells is dope. Seeing how the Force battles something that... Yeah, exactly. Right, Leonard? Like, that kind of sounds dope. Will there be bricks and screws there? Ah! God, I hope not. Hope they execute it well. Seems pretty legit. Hopefully it doesn't look exactly like the Marvel worlds. That's true. I saw the Old Republic 4K cinematic, and I have no clue why Lucasfilm doesn't use that material. Fair. I'm just excited that some of the Legends concept in stories... I'm just excited that some of the Legends concepts and stories of Paul. Yeah, maybe, huh? I mean, Dave does love that shit. I think it would be dope if the new movies go into this new Beyond and get help from Ezra and Ahsoka to lead the new Jedi Order. Right. This is a perfect antidote to Andor because it's the opposite of what we've seen so far. This is amazing news. Yeah, I agree. Okay, so it looks like we're a little split on it. But a lot of people are understanding where I'm coming from, and that's kind of like... That's good. I just didn't know if, like, maybe I was way out on a limb there. You know what I mean? But yeah. Okay, cool. So let's get into the Acolyte stuff. Now, Acolyte, I mean, dude, it's kind of sounding kind of dope. I mean, there's a ton of red flags for it and stuff like that. But, the plot leaks that we heard about a while back, they seemed freaking awesome. Love the idea of Jedi and Sith and lightsabers actually being a part of it. Holy shit, Star Wars-y things in Star Wars. Let's go, right? And the newest set photos that leaked out seem pretty freaking cool, man. They do seem pretty cool. So this is over on Bespin Bulletin. Shoutouts to splashnews.com and the Daily Mail for leaking these set photographs. Okay, so... Jung Jae can be seen keeping a low profile in a forest as a Jedi Master sporting gold and brown robes. Jung Jae has been cast as the male lead of the Leslie Henley created series. Amandla Stenberg is the series' true lead and is a former Padawan of this Jedi Master, though Stenberg isn't seen alongside Jung in any of these images. So here you go. Real Jedi looking shit in a crazy looking forest, right? In addition, here's Dean Charles Chaplin was spotted. Infamous Padawan braid. This might... Oh, man. Wouldn't that be crazy? This is the Padawan that she might have to kill or whatever. Pretty interesting. And then this is the series star, right? Yeah, she's got a green with like... Or blue vest with a green undershirt. Yeah, that's the series star. Interesting. Below is an image believed to be Daphne Keene. High Republic era Jedi. But she's got a gun. It's kind of interesting, huh? Could be just one of the villagers or something like that, maybe. Pretty wild. Oh, here we go. Looks like a Zabrak female Jedi over here. Pretty interesting stuff. And then this character, man. Zabrak, sort of royalty on this planet because the actors believe deny. Okay, interesting. So this is a Jedi Wookiee, dude. Like, come on, man. Like, this is what I'm like, bro. That's what I'm saying. Like, can we get excited about, like, exciting Star Wars shit again? Like, dude, when Gunji pulled his saber from that clone trooper, like, that's the shit I'm here for. Like, holy shit. This is like, oh, man. Was Andor a psyop to get us excited about basic shit again? I don't know. But looks super cool there, for sure. And these sets do look really good, man. Like, they look really good. I just... It's good to see fun Star Wars stuff and fucking Wookiee Jedis and shit. Zabrak royalty. Like, come on, man. Like, does this not get you hyped? Like, it looks pretty incredible, man. You know, this is the feel. This is the vibe. This is what I'm looking for. So, good looking stuff over here, man. Look at how big this Wookiee Jedi is, too. Oh, man. What I hope he gets to get some lightsaber action and cut up some, I don't know, butthole people or something, man. It's good stuff. Really good stuff. Okay. Now, let's watch that Jedi Survivor trailer, baby! Holy crap, this trailer's freaking awesome. All right. So let's get this over here. Okay. Okay.
The order is gone. I was betrayed.
Hang on.
By the one I trusted most. I will not be imprisoned again.
Are people getting copy struck for this or no?
I hear you've been busy making yourself the Empire's most wanted.
So they're in the Jedi archives there. Pretty interesting, right? I've heard you've been busy making yourself one of the Empire's most wanted.
I hear you've been busy making yourself the Empire's most wanted.
Pretty interesting, man. And then we see some of the new abilities in the combat here. He's grabbing them up and using them as a shield. And use them to shoot the other people. Mounted combat. And it almost looks like a Chocobo from Final Fantasy here, but mounted combat. Fighting B1 battle droids. Holy shit, dude. Super fun. Doing some kind of winged thing. He's dropping into the AO in Warzone.
Jedi. Remind our friend here why his kind are supposed to be dead.
And then you've got some, I mean, this doesn't look like a Mandalorian, but it's like some armored bounty hunter. It's Mandalorian-esque. And it looks super cool, dude. Super fun. This weapon looks fun. Looks like the combat in this is going to be crazy. I mean, look at this, dude. Like, the combat looks great. He's going in with the double sabers.
After all we've done.
Oh, shit. I didn't see that the first time. It's just slamming him like that. Fighting more of these crazy droids. I mean, this just looks smooth, man. Just looks smooth. I don't know who this character is. Reminded me of a little Dash Rendar, but I don't think it's Dash. But still, gonna meet some super fun new characters on the way.
Thanks, bud. Part of the job, Gustus.
And then, wait, he's flipping over him? Like, are you gonna... I don't think that's co-op or whatever, but that was really interesting. The way that they sort of use each other to flip him over there.
The Jedi is a threat.
Killing a ton of battle droids here. Like, throwing your saber around like that shit's crazy, dude. And then these guys are obviously working with this dude.
You have this. As long as we fight.
Damn. Please don't let the platforming be poo-poo. Please. Crossguard saber, looking pretty cool.
Hope survives.
Assassin droids. Damn, dude. Looks very cool. Looks very cool. I think the graphical fidelity looks great. Combat looks smooth. And we're still not 100% sure who this is, right? We don't know who this is? Any ideas? Any theories? Darth Maul? Yeah, I don't think so, bud. That's Eric. Oh, shit. Mr. Scrotum. Okay, right on. Yeah, I'll definitely be streaming this when it comes out, for sure. Yeah, I mean, who knows? Sifo Dyas? I mean, at this point, who knows? It's the spirit of Kathleen Kennedy. Oh, God. Oh, God. What if this whole game, like, you beat it and it's an Easter egg and, like, Kathleen Kennedy walks out and she's like, I'm not getting fired. My contract is quite operational. And you're just like, no! Damn. Talk about a scary game. Yeah, I mean, don't really know. Quite interesting, to say the least. Combat looking sick, bro. I don't know who that was. Who's that? He's fighting in the saber. Just looks really cool. Like, if you can actually go in there and explore that whole freaking area there, dude. Like, that's awesome. Big in scale for sure. And then she's got the Jedi archives in some way, shape, or form. Like, what's up with that? It's pretty interesting, huh? I have to refresh. I never even beat this game. So I got to, like, refresh on, like, how it ends. And maybe I'll go through it again. But there were some cool ideas that were explored here as well. The different Force users and whatnot. Like the Zepho and stuff like that, right? Man, I think this dude just looks... This fight's just going to be so fun, dude. Like this heavy armored, like axe-wielding dude. So cool. Should I stream it? Maybe leading up to this game, I'll stream Fallen Order. I like to play it on PC, too. I bet it looks great on PC. And then this guy. We have no idea who this guy is, too. Do we? No? A snowless wampa? Oh, hell yeah, man. He's a street wampa. You don't know about the street wampas. And then this, like... So, well, up you go. And then he forces... Oh, that's just so cool, bro. It's just so cool, bro. What's up with all the battle droids? Why is he even fighting battle droids? And then who's this guy? Okay, I'm just gonna... I have no idea who this guy is. Was this guy somebody from the last game? At the end of the game or something? Somebody help me. Who is this dude? What's this Game Boy looking thing? Oh, it's Glub Shido? This is the guy from the tank? So this is the guy from the tank, and none of us knew who he is. Know who he is. The end of the first game was against Vader. Yeah, well, he's killing everybody, and right? And he barely escaped. His last name is Shito. No, it's a meme, bro. It's a meme. The Glub Shito is a meme. By the way, I had fun of your stream yesterday, Danny. It was cool. So I don't know who this dude is, but he's got a new Game Boy, and the Game Boy is the way to defeat Cal. Freezing time a little bit there. Kind of crazy. And he's Spider-Man, too, if you didn't know. And the crossguard saber. This is probably from the customization. Look at how much this looks like the dude. Like the graphic, they really made Cal look way more like the Monahan kid or whatever. Look at this. Like that's him, like to a T, bro. That shit's crazy. Slice and dice, man. Slice and dice. Oh, man, that's going to be good. Cameron, yeah. That's going to be good. That's going to be real fun. I'm excited, dude. Star Wars. Stacking some W's. Okay. Stacking some W's. Okay. And I think that might be it. I think that's pretty much everything I wanted to go over today. That shit looks dope. Acolyte set photos look great. These Ahsoka leaks have me bricked up. Good times, man. Good times. Now, should we go over some Q&A and then do a few call-ins? I haven't done call-ins in a while. We could do some call-ins with the members. You know, all this, and we got a Bill Clinton kid. I mean, come on, man. We're killing the game, right? Killing the game. Looks way more refined in the first game. Oh, I agree. Oh, I agree with you. Guys, ready to get into some chat? Some chatting? Want to chat it up? Somebody says, I'm excited to see Ezra again. I hope he has lots of lightsaber battles / duels. Yeah, but what if Ezra can also use magic? What if Ezra has a few things to teach Ahsoka? Is lightning magic? Could be. Could be. All right, let's get into these questions. First in today was Matthew, who says, anyone else think Josh is the sexiest man alive? Oh my goodness. Well, thank you for the compliment. I don't know about all that, but thank you. Solo FX, welcome to the Nerdvengers. You are a Nerdvenger now. Make your way around the tower. It's a good time to be a Nerdvenger, man. I think next year's going to be pretty hype. Shadow, member for 5 months, says, let's go, baby. Can Star Wars please get right? It's all right, though, because Bleach is fire. Bleach is fire. Can't really deny that shit. Bleach is fucking awesome, bro. Having a great time with that. Dan the Man says, the year end on a good note for Star Wars, DC, and MCU. Let's go. Kind of did. I mean, changes are happening for sure. But, yeah, I'm kind of optimistic about a lot of this stuff, you know? Rouse says, great new Star Wars vid, bro. Hearing the Thrawn skeleton crew connected to Ahsoka mystical vibes got me hype. In Dave we trust. 2023, more Star Wars, no cry. Hey, hopefully. I'd love to be in a good spot with it. I'd love to be in a good spot with it, for sure. Taylor White says, what's your favorite stoner movie? And Blinkers at Work for the win. I like Grandma's Boy. Pineapple Express is pretty funny, of course. Random great stoner movie. And yo, if you feel me on this, throw a 1 into the chat, because this might be a controversial take, but I'm telling you right now, I don't know if I've laughed harder than getting super blinked up and watching the SpongeBob movie. Yeah, that's right, I said it. The fucking SpongeBob movie. Let me know. Y'all agree? You ever done that? Bro, when they start bouncing on their asses like it's bouncy balls, I lose it every time. Every time. It's great. Super Troopers is legendary for sure. Super Troopers is legendary, yeah. Okay. The guy who loves Star Wars says, what's up, Josh? 2023 is going to be goated. Grogu on Coruscant and The New Beyond and Ahsoka and Jedi Survivor. Which one are you most excited for? It's The New Beyond. I mean, Ahsoka was already like top of the list. Ahsoka's probably my most anticipated. It's like Ahsoka, X-Men 97, Invincible Season 2. There's some bangers coming, man. Some stuff that I'm incredibly hyped for. But Ahsoka's like tippy top. I was already excited. And then you tell me that Dave may have well created The New Beyond, the next new thing coming to Star Wars. Sign me up, man. I'm quite excited. That's the one. Super Nate says with a $10 holler, says, bro, did you see the Batman reveal for Suicide Squad? Killed the Justice League? It'll be Kevin Conroy's final performance as the Dark Knight. R.I.P. Kevin. Yeah, it was super, super nice to see them dedicate and do that sort of dedication to him at the award show. It looks cool. It looks fun. We'll see if that game's going to be super fire or not. I don't know. Yeah, so we'll see. But no, that was great, and I did see it. Jedi 2K. Member for 8 months, but you didn't say anything in your chat, man. How am I supposed to know? How am I supposed to know what you're saying there? The Exodus says, look up the Doctor Doom Thunderbolts rumor from 4chan. Oh, I did. I saw it yesterday. Thinking about doing a video on it. Should I do a video on it? Because, like, I don't know. Like, should I do a video on it? It's just a rumor. And it's 4chan. 4chan's been right before. I don't know, man. Matthew Griffith with the $5 house says, just finished my new Phyrexian Praetor tribal deck. What do you think of the new Elish Norn will be like? Well, the new Elish Norn that leaked is pretty wild. The, like, 3-drop one, if that's real. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, I don't know. Look, Magic's in a weird spot, bro. Like, Magic is arguably in a worse spot than Warner Brothers or Star Wars. But you know what's wild about Magic is, I feel like the Magic community, like, agrees. Like, there's not a bunch of people in the Magic community that are like, no, it's actually fine. Like, you don't get that in the Magic community. Like, at this point, Magic is fucked up so badly that I'd say, like, 90% of the community is like, yeah, this is kind of fucked. They need to fix this, right? And they did a fireside chat yesterday. They did a fireside chat to try to address... This is real, okay? This is real. They haven't done this in a long time. But literally, the community is so pissed, so upset about what's going on with Magic, that they felt the need to address it and do a fireside chat to try to address the Magic fandom. And during this fireside chat, they literally talked about how successful the brand is. They talked about how this one guy, now when he goes to cocktail parties, people are starting to actually know and understand what he does. They talked about how they want Dungeons and Dragons to be this massively profitable brand, and they want to extract a lot of cash out of people that like Dungeons and Dragons. It's like, you can't make this shit up. It was the most tone-deaf, ass-backwards thing I've seen in a long time. So Magic's in a really bad spot. Magic the game is, of course, goated. But holy shit, Hasbro. What are you doing? And Alfonso, yeah, we went over that before. Jomrin says, with a $10 holla, says, men lie, women lie, numbers don't. And those Andor numbers say that it's not connecting with the large portion of the fandom. I don't care how adult and well-written some are saying, it don't feel like Star Wars. Yeah, for sure. Again, it's actually a little surprising to me that it's performing to the degree that it is. It's bad, bro. Like, it's... You know, like I was having this conversation with Elisa before we went live, and I was like, you know, if Mando's, like, I'm just really worried about apathy in the brand, right? And she was like, yeah, because if, like, people stop showing up to Star Wars projects, like, that could be the final nail in the coffin. And I was like, well, unfortunately, like, that is literally what is happening. Like, if you look at Andor, like, Star Wars fans didn't show up for that show. And that's wild. Like, the last time something like this happened that was so publicly embarrassing for Lucasfilm was Solo. And then they were like, we're never doing... Like, we're not doing this ever again. They scrapped all of their Star Wars story stuff after that. You know what I'm saying? So, like, again, like, I think that things are pretty rough. Ryan Carter with a $5 house says, how can you be surprised about Andor views? It was dead on arrival after Kenobi and Boba, no matter how good it was. And it was fantastic. Well, I gotta be honest with you, man. I didn't feel like the bottom would fall out like that. Like, I could see it not performing to the level of, like, Kenobi and Boba, for sure. And, yeah, obviously, after those two shows came out and underperformed, or just, in my opinion, were shitty. Yeah, like, that's gonna hurt the base. But, like, with Star Wars, there was always this belief of, like, there's a core group of people that are gonna kind of show up no matter what. Which, by the way, is like why they paid $4 billion. Like, they thought that was the case as well. And the degree to which it's underperforming is shocking. Underperforming? Sure. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. And by the way, I think we got some buffering coming up. What the hell's going on here? Are we live still? Are we live still? Magic? Magic? Are we live? Andor saved Star Wars. Are you just trying to trigger me, James, or do you actually feel that way? By saved, do you mean finally showed that it's not a Teflon brand? You trolling, dog? Hey, you trolling? Hey, are you trolling right now? Hey, is that a troll, bro? Bro, you trolling? What the fuck? Stream not lagging either. Magic! Oh my god. Dude, you guys are trolling. Holy shit. It cut off my video on YouTube for some reason. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. It says some weird stuff's happening. Let's see what we can do. Let's keep going. Alfonso says, I didn't love everything that has come out of Star Wars. Yes, they could have been better, but I'm not overly negative about them as you are. Yeah, I don't know if putting hearts in there and acting like you're sweet is like, bro, you're still kind of being a dick face, bro. Like, I like you, Alfonso, but shut your mouth. Ryan says, repping the Where's Waldo hairdo today. Hashtag respect. Hey, thanks so much, man. Oh, no. Oh, no. No. Not receiving enough video to maintain a smooth stream? How's that even possible? Here, wait, let me try this. Maybe that'll help. Yeah. Ryan says, oh yeah, you already said that. Kalisto says, I think part of Andor's low numbers is due to jaded fans who are done with Star Wars, sort of like Game of Thrones fans. Hot D has to be renewed, even the most cynical of the fan base. Perhaps Ahsoka could do the same for us. Yeah, I agree. I think there's a lot of jaded fans for sure. But it is just like odd, right? I think that something that I see from a lot of people out there is like, it's such a good show, and yet it is like failing. It's so weird that a show like Kenobi has this like record opening, right? And it was this like really awesome positive thing. And yet it has less viewers than its finale. You know what I mean? Like, but it's still got a lot of views, and it still made this huge social media impact. Like, the impact of Kenobi was massive. So it feels really weird to like go from that massive of an impact into Andor. Like, so did all of the jaded fans that were done with Star Wars, their like last chance was Kenobi? Was like Kenobi the sort of thing that really broke it all? I don't know. I don't necessarily have the answers, but I think that you see continuously a lot of people sort of postulate that it has to do with Star Wars. It has to do with how people feel about Star Wars. And I would say, yeah, that's probably a big part of it, which again is like that alarm. That's like an alarm, dude. Like that's not good. Like, it doesn't matter what people like Alfonso tell you. That's not good. Like, there's no universe in where that's good. So, Tim the Ancient with the $10 says, how do they do the magic thing without it turning into every other anime or show? I'm not against it. I just don't know how to picture it. I feel like Star Wars powers need to catch a certain aesthetic. I 100% agree with you, but in that curiosity that you have, I think is sort of the draw. Because you want to see it, right? And you want to picture it. You want to be able to see how it could work. We already have examples with Towson, you know what I mean? With even some of what Palpatine does. Some of the stuff, but like World Between Worlds. Like, Star Wars is already pretty magical. The Force itself is kind of like magic, and people say it's like, you know, people will call Jedi sorcerers and stuff like that too, right? So, yeah, I agree with you. It's interesting, and you don't want it to be so different that you're like, man, this doesn't feel like Star Wars at all. Like, this is Harry Potter. You know what I mean? I agree with that, but I think that therein lies the interest. You know what I mean? My girlfriend hates Ahsoka because she's my favorite character. I haven't told her Claire is Ahsoka yet because she likes Claire. Love you, man. Wait, what? Claire? What the? What? Tim the Ancient, I don't know what are you saying there? RG2088 says, I wonder if that's where the Zepho went from the Fallen Order game to the New Beyond. Could be cool to see it all connected. Sounds interesting to me. Hope all of it's true. Yeah, that is interesting. And again, like tying those connections and feeling like that's a lot of the fun. That's like a lot of the speculation. We're at such a weird place in fandoms where like people can't even recognize where was the fun and how did we have all the fun that we had over the past couple of years. Part of it is the theory, the speculating, trying to figure out what this new stuff could be. So like, I'm all about it, bro. Dakota F says this looks way more refined than the first game. I agree. Renee says, glad you're getting hyped for Star Wars. Keep the hope alive and look for that spark in the darkness. That's what Star Wars is about. Oh, I guess that is kind of what Star Wars is about. How about that? Brian Clark says, what a wild week. Based on where things stand right now, are you more positive about DC or Star Wars? I feel pretty similar about both, actually. Like, there's a lot of possibility for it to be dope. Like, it could be really dope. But I'm so trepidatious based on, like, all of their behavior over the past couple of years. So I don't know if I could choose one, to be honest. I think literally they both stand at this really unique precipice where they could fix it, turn it around, or just kill it once and for all. You know what I mean? You know, I was thinking yesterday, like, what if this isn't a hard reboot and it's still just like, because anything other than a hard reboot at this point is going to stink of same old, same old. We've been on this train for a long time, literally since Batman v Superman, where they were like, maybe we should cancel all this shit and reboot. Nah, let's just change all of what Zack wanted to do and kind of pivot in the middle of this universe. You know what I mean? So it's kind of the same old, same old. Tyler says, with the constant content we have been getting over the last year, it's kind of weird we have such a long 7-8 week gap right now. Yeah, we're in a gap for sure. I mean, Bad Batch comes out on January 4th. That's closer than 6 weeks or 7 weeks, I believe. But yeah, it is kind of interesting, huh? The Nerd Executive says, happy Friday, y'all. What new games had y'all hyped from last night's premieres, other than Survivor? Get that Armored Core grip ready. So for me, there was a couple ones that excited me. Remnant 2. I don't know if y'all are familiar with Remnant at all, or if you've ever played that game. Oh, it's so fun. It's like a almost like a looter shooter that has like the Elden Ring or Dark Souls campfire setup. And it's also co-op. So me and two of my buddies, we played the shit out of that. We did a lot of co-op together and stuff like that. Remnant 2 was really, really fun. That looks very cool. There was another one that I saw last. Space Marine 2, Warhammer. For all my Warhammer fans, you know what I'm saying? Like Space Marine 2, super hyped up, excited for that shit. Yeah, there's some fun stuff. Some fun stuff announced. What about you guys? What are you guys most excited for? Is it some of the fighter games? What, like Street Fighter 6 or Tekken 8? Like, holy shit. Yeah, good stuff, huh? Mr. J. Westman says, Kenobi let me down real bad, man. Hurt me as a Star Wars fan. Who's Claire? I agree. I have no idea. Jack DeWhiskey says, Bill Clinton. Yes, my Orthodox rabbi, Reformed Bill Clinton. Snap and Midnight Suns have me by the balls. When the fuck do I unlock Wong? I'm collection level 1267. Yeah, you won't unlock all of the cards until like 3000. I know, it's so crazy. But yeah, I'm having a blast with Snap as well. They give a free Storm variant yesterday, so make sure you like update your game and get your free Storm, because that shit's really hyped. But yeah, and I actually have been craving to get back on Midnight Suns as well. You know what's really interesting about that Midnight Suns stream? So like last week when we did the Midnight Suns stream, like, you know, at one point we had like 500 people, but like really towards the end it was like 200-300, right? Which I understand because I don't always game, and you know, not everybody wants to watch that. But that stream got a ton of views on its replay. It's like up over 11,000 views for that stream. And I was like, that's really interesting. Like, maybe I should do more gaming and just kind of see what happens. You know what I mean? It's weird, but it's what it is. Oh, Rosario Dawson plays Claire in Daredevil and also Ahsoka. Okay, I get what you're saying. How's the comic coming along? I mean, we're kind of on a pause. There's some things I'm working on with the comic, but we decided to wait until next year to launch the Kickstarter. So I'm kind of like giving the whole team like just a lot more time over the holidays to like do other things or work with family. definitely been thinking a lot about it, but we had to kind of put pause on it. Probably launch it first quarter or second quarter at the latest next year. So it should be fun. Yeah, I did actually watch that video by Nerderotic, the one about woke Hollywood or whatever. And I mean, look, some of the stuff he says in there is true. You know, I think that a lot of that stuff is conflated. I don't really think it's totally the woke thing, but I do think that there are a lot of people that are just sick of bullshit. And the bullshit comes in all different ways, shapes, and forms, right? But yeah, it does seem like there's some kind of like a rejection of that sort of stuff, or like a reckoning of sorts. It's like, look, if you don't think that shit's happening, like, again, you're just sticking your head in the sand. Like, it's absolutely happening. And there's some truth to it for sure. Are we still doing call-ins? I'm going to be honest, I don't think we will. But just because the stream is kind of like glitchy and shit. And I kind of want to just get out of here and get ready for the 1 p.m. stream. How hyped am I for Ahsoka? Incredibly hyped. Incredibly hyped for Ahsoka. That's what I'm about. Star Wars Explained and his sister suck ass. Pretty sure Den of Nerds is colluding with these two. Dude, what is that? Who are these people? Like, sometimes, like, I hear stuff from people and I'm either like, yo, okay, so one of the chat bots is, like, going out of control. Or, like, damn, like, is this, like, a deranged, like, I think Call of Duty's real life, like, kind of a person? You know what I mean? Like, it's wild. Like, what does that mean? Like, colluding. Like, that's just, like, haterade with, like, a side of QAnon 4chan level derangement. Like, some of y'all are like real fucked up, you know. Diamond Joe says, have you seen the Generation V trailer? Thoughts? No, I don't even know what that is. J Mike Gaming says, more gaming streams, Josh. Would love to squat up with you, man. Also, I hope you're and your family as well. Merry Christmas, and always thanks for the community. Hell yeah, man. Thank you so much. Appreciate the love. How many of you are bots? Like, yeah, this guy, call sign Sith. Like, I would just love to, like, just know, man. Like, what's, like, it's like the Departed. You ever seen The Departed? I got a question for you. How fucked up are you? Because you seem pretty fucked up. Gen V is the boys' version of the X-Men? What? It's the boys' spin-off? Oh, okay, I'll have to check that out. I know very little about it. Figures the Keaton movie was supposed to be Batman Beyond. I sent the super chat yesterday. Right. Yeah. How does Josh not know Gen V? I mean, you know, I like the boys, but I don't know if I like it as much as a lot of you guys do. You know? Stream Jedi Fallen Order? Hell yeah, man. I'm going to stream that. Steve Starenka says, hey, yo, hope y'all doing good. What's up, Steve? Hope you're doing well, man. No, I did not see the Tarkovsky Clone Wars Black Series figure. Seems awesome. Is the boys good? Yeah, it's good. It's good for sure. It's good. Well, all right, ladies and gentle beings. I appreciate y'all. I got to get out of here. I'm going to try to get some foods. And then I'll see many of you guys at 1 p.m. Did you hear about the Dragon Ball web anime? Yeah, for sure. Heard about it. Any plans? I'm going to send you my take on Discord. Yeah, send me. Hit me up. Any plans for Christmas? Not really. We have like a family Christmas this weekend, which is another reason why I kind of got to get out of here, because we got to go shopping and planning for all of that. And then I think we're going to mostly kick it. Like, we'll go out to my dad's a little bit for like a small period of time. Maybe like Christmas morning or something. I don't know. But yeah, we're just going to be kicking it, man. Next Christmas is the big deal, because that'll be like Liam will be running around, maybe even have memories of this time. I don't know. So next Christmas will be really hype. Happy holidays, Nerdvengers! Got a little food poisoning, so didn't go to work. Thankfully, now I'm off till Sunday. Just want to say I'm so grateful for this community and Papa Josh. Y'all are my family. Love you all. Thank you, Arthur. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate all of you guys. Even Alfonso, even though I think he's kind of like a little butthole. I appreciate all of you guys. I really do. It's awesome to have this job, to be able to do this. Chat it up with all of you guys. And yeah, it's good stuff. Prime stream at 1. I'll see you guys at 1 p.m. 40 minutes! 40 minutes! All right, everybody. As I always say, I hope you're having an awesome and a nerdy day, and I'll see you in the next video.
To nominate this award to my Reformed Orthodox Rabbi.
I think I want to nominate this award to my Reformed Orthodox rabbi, whose name is...
Say that I think I want to nominate this award to my Reformed Orthodox Rabbi. Thank you very much.
Is everybody gone? Did everybody leave? You know, I'd like to nominate this award to my Reformed Orthodox Rabbi, Bill Clinton. It's good shit, man. Look, I don't know what it means. You don't know what it means. But it's provocative. Can I tell you guys just a little secret? Let's just keep it between us, okay? Just don't spread this shit out. Circle of trust. I hope that this magic shit in Ahsoka, I hope that it's so fucking good. I hope everybody fucking loves this shit. I hope it blows up. I hope everybody makes videos saying like, holy crap, this actually fixed Star Wars. Holy crap, this is absolutely incredible. And I hope it's absolutely amazing. Just so all of these little P-boy, stupid poo-poo people that were like, you don't need the Force in Star Wars. You don't need that in Star Wars. Andor is adult. Yeah. Adult, like Depends diapers. Adult, like having to get your affairs in order. Adult, like needing to put a contraption on the stairs to get up it because you can't move your crickety old legs up the stairs anymore. It's real fucking adult. God damn it. Anyway, much love. I'll see you later.